Hey guys, what's going on? Zero here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. This should be episode 15, I believe. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing fabulous. It is the same day that the past 3 episodes have been voiced over. So, once again, gives you a kind of a time frame of how I work and how these are worked out. You know, how's your guys' day going? How's it going? I want to know. Tweet at me, comment, fucking do whatever. Send a carrier pigeon to my unknown location with a message of how you are doing. Actually, if that happened, I would shit my pants full of brick-shaped shit. Yeah! Anyway, in this episode, we're actually gonna make some significant progress. Not super significant yet, but significant. Let's go ahead and talk about the question of the day. What is your guys' favorite rival in Pokemon? I actually do have a definitive answer for this. I really like the rival from Gen 2. And there may be a bit of outside bias from that. I actually read the manga for Gen that correlated with Gen 2. And you get a whole lot more insight into Silver as a character. And he's just... It gives reason for what he's been doing. And it blew my mind. It really did. Plus, he's just a cool rival, I think. You know, he stole a Pokemon to begin with. And then he's using you to try and prove that kindness towards Pokemon means nothing. And every time you beat him, he just kind of... He gets almost sad about it, but then goes and trains more. And I think he's just really cool, and he shows up at just the right times, I think, throughout the game, to really test you. Like, he shows up right when you're about to leave the town of the second gym, I believe. And, you know, you thought you were prepared for that gym, and if you didn't know he was going to show up, it's a good possibility that he's gonna wreck your shit. Like, hard. And, you know, I think he's just super cool. There have been a few others that have been a bit... Excuse me for a second. Oh, sorry guys, I had to sneeze and I didn't want to sneeze directly into the mic. That would be gross for you guys. You probably heard a lot of shaking and shit because I grabbed the mic that's off the headphones and like jerked it away real quick. But anyway, there have been some other, you know, decent rivals like Gary, or you know, your rival from Gen 1. Oh, and here's Rourke. You know, smashing rocks because why not? Hashtag clanging and banging to smash them rocks. But anyway, I think your rival in Gen 3 is decent, being that, you know, it's the professor's daughter. I find that to be somewhat interesting. I really don't find Gen 4's rival to be super interesting, but that's just because I think he's super annoying. But that could just be me. Your rival in Gen 5, I don't know what to think of him. He seems really bland. Gen 6 rival is kinda too. I felt that you didn't have battles with her for like a long time, and then all of a sudden it seemed like every other like little bit, oh, I'm gonna battle you, oh, I'm gonna battle you, oh, I'm gonna battle you. And it's like, alrighty then, whatever. And I really didn't, it's not that I didn't like her or him. I keep saying her, it's because I always play, the male character. And I think it's much the same if you play female, they're gonna have the same basic character traits and show up at the same scripted times. So, except for, I believe Gen 2, Crystal, and the remake, you still have, the same rival. I believe you guys could, prove me wrong, but I believe it's still that. Just like, I think no matter what, in Fire Red, you're going to have, Gary. Or, I keep saying Gary, it's because, that's Gary to me. That his name is Gary, it's Gary, okay? Name him what you want, it's Gary, okay? He has... How many gym badges does he have? Like 10? 12? Motherfucker, going to illegal gyms. Anyway, what else should we talk about? We got a couple of minutes before this episode wraps up. And then I'm gonna go have a sneezing fit. I talked about wrestling a whole lot in the past two ones, so I don't want to talk about that. I haven't had time to watch too much anime recently, so I can't really talk about that either. I've been trying real hard for you guys to get as ahead on these videos as possible. Let's talk about this. I know Christmas is a ways away, but around Christmas I always, because that's when I get the most time off school, I get 2 weeks off. Which a lot of you are probably sitting there and going, that's it? That's your most time off? Yeah, I go year-round to school. And I get a grand total of 4 weeks off during the year, and 2 of them are at Christmas. But I always go and visit my brother around Christmas because I have a very good relationship with my brother, and he's quite a bit older than me. We have a 15-year difference in age. So he's at a whole nother point in his life and has a house and all that. And usually I go and visit him for like a week out of my vacation. I'm thinking about doing that again. Problem is, he does not have internet, and I'm not lugging my huge PC to his house either. So would you guys be okay if I, like, privated a week's worth of videos, and then the day before I go, unprivate them all? You'll get, like, 10 videos in one day, but it's either that or no videos at all. That's what we're going with here. We're either you get them all at once or none, because that's the way it's going. And I hate doing that. I wanted to stay consistent, but there's no way that I'll be able to unless I gave like a friend of mine my stuff to get into my account and unprivate the videos at the right points in the day. But I don't feel like doing that, so we'll see. Christmas is quite a ways away. It's not even November. Whoop, video ended. Bye, guys.